Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is a Saturday morning. I am off work. It is the start of college football, hence the t-shirt. And I thought I would just get on real quick before the game started today to do my August recap in what I hauled this month in perfumes. I have 5 full bottles and 4 decants. Most of them are winners. One of them that I was most excited about is actually a big for me anyways. So we will get to that. I did not include the Matier Premier French Flower in this, even though I did get it probably the week that I filmed my July wrap up. But I've talked so much about this in other videos this past month that I just felt like it would be super redundant. So I'll try to put up a card of a video where I talked about it, but my favorite tuberose fragrance to date. So let's do the full bottles first. All but one of them I had smelled before, so I knew I loved them. This is my newest addition to my 4160 Tuesdays London collection, and it is the 50 ml bottle of the Dark Heart of Old Havana EDP. Most of the 4160 Tuesdays scents come in 50 ml or the 100 ml, so I have some of each, and I decided probably never gonna go through 100 ml, so let's just get the 50. And this is a sweet vanilla tobacco scent. But to me, it's nothing like Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford or some of the other, like Harrod from Parfums de Marly. It doesn't smell like that to me. It was definitely different enough for me to warrant adding it to my collection. So I really like looking, especially for the 4160 Tuesdays scents, of the inspiration behind the fragrance, because there always seems to be a very cool story. So this says, the smell of a walk through Old Havana in the evening for a dance lesson with Ketty and Felix. Wafts of coffee and tobacco, sweet, sugary desserts cooked with baskets of oranges and mangoes. The scent of peaches beginning to turn overripe and citrus peel going squishy in the gutter. From a dark doorway, a handsome man in white whispers, "Do you want a Cuban boyfriend?" And I speed up a little, squeaking, "No, thank you very much for asking, all the same." Then the old Cubanos at the Tango Club greet us with smiles, songs, rum, and kisses. And they did a great job enveloping that description. It is a very sweet perfume. It is sweeter to me than Tobacco Vanille and Harrod. And I do think that the peach lends to that. There is also a note of sugar in the very top. I don't get a ton of citrus like the description describes, but I do get the tobacco and the tonka bean. There's musk on the dry down. It's just, it's sweet. Okay, probably the sweet, well, I was about to say probably the sweetest out of all these. It's sweet, but it's so good. And I have worn this a couple of times already, even though this is really gonna shine in the fall for me. And I've gotten compliments on it because there's just something that it does on my skin that makes it not cloying. It's not like sickeningly sweet on me. It's just the right amount with notes that I absolutely love. 4160 Tuesdays is one of my very favorite houses. Between full bottles and decants, I have like 8 or 9 of their scents, and I'm definitely not stopping there. I feel like everything I smell, I love. And they are different enough from other niche houses to make them stand out, in my opinion. So if you have not tried them, I really recommend getting samples. Let's talk about another sweet one that I added to my collection. And I got this for 2 reasons. I love it by itself, but I really love it layered with another scent from this house. This is from Theodoros Kalatinos perfumer, which is a Greek perfumer I've talked about a lot. And this is Velvet Chocolate. This is not as sweet as the Dark Heart of Old Havana. It is a drier sweetness. It is in no way cloying to me. And it basically has 4 notes: chocolate, cacao, vanilla, and tonka bean. To me, if you took like a milk chocolate bar and a dark chocolate bar, melted them together, the milk chocolate had added sugar. The dark chocolate's just like dark cacao. That's it. Added them together, melted them. That's what this smells like to me. So it's got that sweetness, but it's cut with the dark chocolate. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is really, really nice. I gave a sample of this to a friend of mine who just knew before she even tried it that she wasn't gonna like it, because she was like, I'm not gonna wanna wear a chocolate scent. Like, who wants to smell like a Hershey bar? She fell in love with it, and she's got a full bottle now. But another reason that I love it is because when I first got a sample of this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to layer it with Coffee Addict, which is my favorite scent from this line. And y'all, Oh my word. The combination of these two is like sipping on a mocha in a coffee shop next to a big stone fireplace, eating a chocolate croissant. Wow, that makes me want to go do that like right now, even though it's like 90 degrees outside. This is such a good combination. I love it so much. So I know a lot of y'all have Coffee Addict because a lot of y'all bought it after I would not shut up about it. If you think even for a second that you would like chocolate even by itself or mixed together, I would definitely try to get your nose on it. So good. I won't go too long on these next two because I included them in my favorites this month. This is the only one of the full bottles that I had not smelled before, and Ormond Jane sent over Sakura EDP. And again, I had not smelt it before. They told me, they were like, I think you're gonna like it because it has our signature green DNA in it. It's got some cherry blossom in it, some florals, but it's really got that greenness to it, which at the beginning of this fragrance journey, when I really started getting into it, I would have told you I despise green fragrances. But now some of my favorite ones are green. Ormond Woman is a very green fragrance to me, and I absolutely love it. I thought that the florals were gonna be a little too much for me, but they're not, because that greenness stays throughout the entire wear of this perfume. And like I said in my favorites video, it does have a little bit of citrus on the top, but it has bergamot and lime. I mostly get lime. I'm not a huge lemon lover. A lot of times that can pull pledge-like on my skin, but lime, I can appreciate what it does for a perfume, and I really appreciated what it does for this one. I can smell it, but it doesn't overtake it. Again, it's like a green meadow with florals throughout and some cherry blossom trees. Like, that's what I get with this. And I also mentioned in my favorites that this has, unbeknownst to him, I think become Chad's favorite house on me, because anytime I wear a perfume from them, especially Bakura, which I talked about in last month's favorites, he always comments on it. What did you spray? I really like that. And when I sprayed this, he did the same thing. So good job, Ormond Jane. If you are a floral green lover, definitely get your nose on some of these scents, because I have yet to find one that disappoints. And the next one that I talked about in my favorites is Lorenzo Paglia Van P Rum. This is way on the other side of the spectrum than Sakura. This is for someone who likes a boozy fragrance. If you don't like boozy, don't even think about it. It has rum in the name. It is rum and vanilla and patchouli. That is what my nose gets. It's got like 6 different notes of vanilla in it. It's got 2 different patchoulis. It might be the same patchouli, but it's in the middle and the base. It's got lots of it. I can smell that. I can smell the rum. I can smell the vanilla, most certainly. Patchouli and rum are 2 of my favorite notes. Love it so much. This lasts forever on my skin. A touch of sweetness, but I just think that comes from the rum, and just a really solid, boozy fragrance. I have smelled quite a bit from this house, and I have liked, I think, all but like 1. So definitely get your nose on it. Now, Lucky Scent sells this now. They don't sell every scent. Like, I had sampled one in the past that Lucky Scent doesn't have, but hopefully they'll keep adding to the house, because it's definitely easier to get it there than some of the other retailers that might be overseas if you're in the States. All right, my last full bottle is actually one that's discontinued, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because you may still be able to find it. Maybe you have it in your collection and haven't worn it in a while. This will motivate you to get it out because I love it so much. It's from Lush. I bought it off of someone else, and so it's only halfway full. I didn't care. I have wanted this for a while, been looking for it for a while. And it's Turmeric Latte from Lush. So again, you can see it's not a full bottle. Lord of Misrule is one of my very favorite Lush scents, and still might beat this one out because the patchouli is just divine. And you know how I am about patchouli. But this is another sweet one. Again, not as sweet as Dark Heart. And it's tonka, vanilla bean, benzoin, and turmeric. Now, I don't get a ton of turmeric in this, even though the name is Turmeric Latte. And having latte in the name, you would think there'd be some kind of coffee note. Now, maybe there is. I'm looking at Fragrantica. I don't really get a lot of coffee. This is really just a very nice, sweet, vanilla, ambery perfume to me. It's not something that is super long lasting on my skin. I get way more wear from Lord of Misrule than I do from this one. But this is very, very, very cozy. This is a nighttime, like, curl up on the couch type of scent for me. It is a very cold weather scent to me. It's just comforting and cozy and very, very nice. It's not super complicated. It's not groundbreaking, but it's beautiful. Okay, let's get into my decants real quick. And this is really not a decant. This is it's a rollerball, and I don't think it comes in any other size. But this is from the skincare, mostly body skincare line of, I think it's pronounced Kayo, Kayo. Now, I have talked about some of their body care in other videos on my channel that I really like. The body serum, the body spray, and I still use those a lot. Dermstore had their anniversary sale. I am a consumer. I shopped that sale, and I noticed that they had a roll-on perfume. I was like, you know what? I think it was on sale for like $15 or something. I was like, I'm gonna try it. Y'all, this is so good. It's basically a vanilla coconut scent, but it's not a suntan scent. It's definitely warmer than that to me. It's something that I could wear all year long. It doesn't scream summer to me. It's obviously gonna shine in the summer because that's the scent that a lot of people wear. But it's this like grounded, little bit thicker, not screechy, not suntan-y, vanilla coconut fragrance. And it's beautiful. And I really don't like rollerballs. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. And if this were any more expensive, I probably wouldn't have even tried it. But I don't mind this because the rollerball functions very well. One of the reasons I don't like rollerballs is because a lot of times you will get them and you can hardly get any product out of it. And then you're just sitting there scratching your skin trying to get the rollerball to work, and it never does. And then you basically are left with a product that you can't use. That's not the case with this at all. Comes out very nicely. It lasts a long time on the skin. It's something that I really like to apply after a shower. At night, it just helps me, I don't know, just it's invigorating without making me feel energized. It's clean smelling without smelling like laundry detergent. It's good, y'all. It's good. And I posted about this on my stories, and I was like, I really, really hope they never discontinue this. It was on sale on their website, which makes me think they're going to, but I hope they don't. And in fact, I would love it if they brought it out in a spray because it's good. I'm going to talk about the 2 scents that I got in Scentbird this month. I am part of that subscription where I get 2 decants. You can do 1, 2, I think maybe even 3. I'm on the 2. And one of them I got is from Scents of Wood. And this is Plum and Cognac. Are y'all surprised? If it's got some kind of liquor in the name, I'm going to like it. It's just what my nose likes. This is a very dark liquid. You can see it is purple. So this has plum, rum, vanilla, cinnamon, Peru balsam, vetiver, labdanum, immortelle, and osmanthus. I get the plum and the rum and a little bit of the vanilla. I think the vetiver and the Peru balsam help cut some of those notes because this is not overly sweet for me. This is definitely something that I would enjoy Chad wearing. He does not like overly sweet perfumes. I enjoy wearing it. It doesn't last that long on my skin, but I don't even care. I probably am not going to buy a full bottle, but I will finish this decant. I love the Scents of Wood bottles. Love them so much. Eventually, I will find my favorite within the line and purchase one just to have the bottle because they're so beautiful. This is definitely a richer, thicker perfume without being overly sweet. To me, plum and blackcurrant are like the thickest fruits that you can put in a fragrance. When that note is in a fragrance, my nose immediately picks up texture. It does a lot anyways when I smell things, and it is like almost syrupy to me. But it's not overly sweet. Very, very nice. Really appropriate for the upcoming seasons. Glad that I picked that one. And this is from House of Beau, Lamar. I feel like this one got a lot of attention this past summer and spring, and it is basically a summertime rose. It has coconut in it, it has ginger in it, it has gardenia and seawater and pink pepper, but to me, I really mostly get the gardenia and the tuberose. I feel like they're 50-50. I don't feel like one kind of overrules the other one, but I can smell them both the same. And gardenia sometimes to me smells like ocean water for some reason, so I think that whole summer vibe and the seawater note, whatever that is, works really well with the florals in this fragrance. It also has almond milk. I do not get that at all. I don't even get any kind of powderiness or smoothness from an almond. It is straight floral to me. So if you don't like gardenia or tuberose, you're really not gonna like this. I don't even really pick up coconut. This reminds me a lot of Petals or Petals from Chantecaille, like a lot. So if you have that one and like it, you absolutely do not need this. If you have smelled that one and don't like it, you absolutely do not need this because it is very, 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 very similar, super similar. So I like it because I like Petals or Petals. I don't even know how to pronounce that from Chantecaille, but it's just way too similar for me to warrant getting a full bottle. All right, let's end off on a not so great note on a perfume that I was very, 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 very excited to smell. And I don't know that I have been put off by a scent this much in quite a while. It is one of the brand new extracts from Guerlain, which by the way, are $600. I would never spend that much. I know I always tell my kids never say never, but I would never spend that much on a perfume. So when I had the option to buy a decant, I jumped on it because the name sounded like I would absolutely love it. It's called Tobacco Honey. It's classified as a sweet vanilla, honey, tobacco, amber floral scent. It has honey, cloves, anise, tobacco, tonka, vanilla, sesame, oud, and sandalwood. Every single one of those notes is something that I enjoy in fragrance. Every single one. There's not one that I could be like, oh, that's what's putting me off. Y'all, this is the decant. It's just not for me. I don't know what it is. Very screechy to my nose. Very, very sharp. The honey is not sophisticated in any way. It's, whew, y'all. And when I first smelled this on a dabber, which I always do first, I always spray it on that before my skin in case I don't like it. I was like, no. But I was like, you know what? A lot of times things can change on the skin, so I'm going to try it on the skin. I did it one afternoon where whatever I was wearing that day had worn off. I knew I wasn't going anywhere. Y'all, I could barely stand to smell myself. This is one of the harshest, screechiest perfumes that I have smelled in a long time. The last time I had such a visceral reaction in a negative way to a fragrance was Tom Ford Soleil Brûlant. And I just looked that up and it also has honey in it. Now I have fragrances that I like with honey, but it is the same type of honey that's in Soleil Brûlant. So if you have smelled that one, whew, yeah, you're not gonna like this one. If you don't like that one. If you do like it, because there are some people that do, maybe you'll like this, but no. There's something about that specific note and the way they did it in those two perfumes, because that's exactly what I thought of when I first smelled this. I was like, no, this is like Tom Ford Soleil Brûlant. I can't do this. I can't do this one either. So I'm going to put it up for sale on my perfume blog sale. I'm going to sell it for what I paid for it. It's got like 2 sprays out of it. If any of y'all are interested, by all means, but it will go to waste if it stays here. I cannot wear it. So hopefully you enjoyed that August roundup. I am sure I'm gonna have just as many, if not more, to share with you next month. I will have everything listed and linked down below. Let me know if you have any questions. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.